Welcome to Security 101, a quick overview of techniques for system access authentication. We will discuss several key issues in system security, especially as they apply to SAP. Most SAP installations are set up with basic username password logons with extended capabilities for power users. Our purpose is to show that more sophisticated access techniques are available, which can greatly increase your security. There are three basic categories that all security techniques fall into: what you know, what you have, and who you are. Security and system protection increase as you move through those levels. The first category of techniques is based on what you know. SAP looks for a valid combination of username and password and lets you into the system based on that. The problem today is most people have just too many passwords to remember, so they do one of two things. They write the passwords down, often in obvious places, or they just reuse the same passwords for different software applications, maybe even their personal ones. A user might have the same password for SAP as for their personal bank cards. Does this sound familiar? Passwords are the riskiest security technique. If someone can obtain your password, they effectively become you. How sure can you be that nobody's impersonating you via your password, especially if your system does not generate an automatic audit trail? The result of using only passwords is a high risk of insider fraud and a lack of accountability for individual users. The greatest security risks to your organization may be from the inside, not from external threats. The second category of security is called what you have. This includes smart cards, common access cards, and so on. All you need is possession of the device to authenticate or to generate new passwords. Most of these devices are only tied to a user profile, which theoretically is tied to an actual user. Some smart cards do store biometric data, but the user has to have the device in their possession at all times. In other words, what you have. There are still many risks if your security is based on what you have. The most obvious is that the devices can be stolen or borrowed. If a user comes to work without it, they can't log in. Similar to passwords, how sure can you be that the designated user is actually using the device, not someone impersonating the designated user? Only if your device is encoded with biometric data can you be sure that the correct person is logging in. The highest form of protection occurs when you use the third category of security, which is known as who you are. This is also called biometrics, and the best known and most convenient technique is fingerprint scans. These scans can be transformed into encrypted digital templates that uniquely identify a user in your SAP system. A biometric template is unique to a person, completely private, and can't be borrowed, as opposed to a theoretical user profile. With this third category of security techniques, risk actually goes down in all the areas listed. Especially the risk of insider fraud is decreased, which is the greatest danger to most organizations. When you identify users on the basis of who they are, you remove all doubt as to who is actually responsible for a given activity in your SAP system, because you have an indisputable audit trail that leads back to that user. As you progress through these security techniques, you move closer to the maximum level of security achievable. You can also use a combination of these techniques, which is known as multi-factor authentication. So ask yourself, where is your SAP system security today, and where would you like it to be? Find out how you can achieve maximum security within SAP using techniques based on who you are. Call 1-877-BioLock or send an email to info@biolock.us. Have a great day.